Hello, this is Peter from solarproject. I want to spend a couple of minutes showing you how to connect the SP2020 or the SP1410 to existing plumbing systems featuring 10 or 15mm copper pipes. The easiest way is to use the soft, food-safe, high-temperature silicone hose that you can find in the web shop. This has a 12mm outer diameter, which is perfect for fitting to these pumps. The black connector nuts that are available to go with the SP2020 slide over the tube. The insert feeds into the end of the tube, and there's a small silicone washer that goes onto the insert, allowing you to give a sharp tug on the pipe, and that seats the assembly very neatly, and a final washer and it's ready for screwing straight onto the pipe. Finger tight will give you a very good seal. Simple as that. An alternative is to use a tap connector. This one has a 15mm compression fitting at one end for your pipe and a 1/2 inch BSP connection to go onto the pump. This particular one from the web shop has the advantage of an isolation valve, allowing you to isolate the pump to remove it at some point in the future. Finger tight, there's no need to use a spanner. It's screwing down onto a soft silicone rubber washer, and that's a good solid seal. The other end, of course, will slide onto the 15mm copper. The SP1410 has two different ports, and both of them fit onto the silicone pipe that we were discussing before, available in the web shop. A little bit of lubrication is useful. I use dilute detergent, washing up liquid. A little dab on the end will help it slide over and stretch onto the 14mm inlet port. A simple snug fit. That same pipe will also fit over the 10mm pipe, but you may think, well, that's a bit looser than I'd like it, in which case there's an option. Snip the end off, just 10 to 15mm there, and slide it back over the pipe at the point that you want to join onto the pump. So a little bit of lubricant to help it slide, and it'll just push over, and that makes a very snug fitting onto the 10mm outlet port of the SP1410. Connecting into the copper is very easy if you're using 10mm plumbing. A little bit of lubricant is always useful, and then just slide the pipe over and you'll feel it gripping with a nice watertight seal that you can opt to put a clip on if you want to, but you probably won't need to unless it's at some sort of pressured system. 15mm copper is a bigger stretch, but the pipe can be made to fit on it. The first thing is you need to take the burrs off the end of the pipe so that it doesn't cut into the pipe as you stretch it over, and of course some lubricant to help it slide on. This is a fiddly job, not easy. I find it useful to put a little bit of insulating tape around the end of the pipe to make sure that there are no sharp pieces of copper that are going to start trying to tear into the soft silicone pipe. Plenty of lubricant, and then it's a case of wiggling it on, and that's not easy. It's a fiddly job, but it will stretch, and having stretched once you've got it over makes a good seal. There you go, you can see that's stretched on, but it's a fiddly job, as I said. So allow a few minutes for it. And you may find it useful to stretch the pipe slightly before you put it on. You're just softening the pipe up just to make it that little bit more flexible while you slide it on. It's not a permanent stretch, you're just, as I say, softening it before it slips onto the end. Plenty of lubricant, it'll go on, and once on it'll stay on with a good watertight seal. So I hope you found that useful. You can get all these products from solarproject.co.uk. Many thanks for watching.